What's up, my healthcare disciples? It's your boy, back with another video. Now, today's video, I'm going to be talking and exposing red meat, all meats. I'm going to be exposing the fucking lot, right? Now, the reason that you do not want to be intaking red meats is because you are a temple. You are not, I repeat, you are not just a dustbin. Alright? Red meat is absolutely cram-packed full of chemicals. See, have you ever really questioned how they make money off of your meats, your products, when they come so cheap in supermarkets? Did you ever question this? Because I know I did. And I didn't like the answer when I found out. See, red meat, okay, and all meats is cram-packed full of additives. So the piece of meat that you will get, alright, is about that. And what they will do with that little cutting of chicken, say a chicken breast, right, is they will absolutely pump it to death full of these additives, alright? And these additives bulk it up to something like that, your average chicken breast. Now, if you defrost a chicken breast, as per se, you will see in the packaging there is all this gunky, stringy, excess shit that's come out of the chicken, and you pick the chicken up and it is all slimy, and you wonder why. You're like, why is it like this? Maybe it's just it's defrosted, and it's the water kept in there, something like that. No, bullshit. See, it's the chicken has gone hard in the freezer, and so it started to squeeze all the shit out of the chicken, right? Like it's gone rock solid, and then it's squeezed all the shit out that it's not supposed to have inside it. Well, not all of it. Like, again, you can't get it out of it because they've pumped every cell in the chicken with this shit, right? Like, they've ruined the chicken, they've poisoned the chicken. You cannot intake this chicken without being poisoned. Like, how can you buy a chicken for £20 at a market, right, and then sell it for £2 after you've plucked it, you've fed it, you've looked after it, all that? How did it? It's like a £30 investment for then it to be sold for what, £2 odd in a supermarket. How do you work that? Don't work, does it? So they pump it full of shit to make it look bigger, and they'll just mass slaughter these baby chickens and they'll pump it up so it looks bigger, so that you buy it, right? So, don't buy meats because they are absolutely packed full of this shit. Now, if you are to go deeper down the rabbit hole, some of the brands, right, now you've got to be careful when you are choosing your chicken, right, or not just chicken, any meat whatsoever, alright, or any food whatsoever, but this video is just about meat, so I'll keep it to that. But what they do, right, and you need to step back and think who's running the whole shebang, right? Now, for this I have to explain who runs a few things, right? So you have the elites, alright, and they're on top of this whole thing, alright, and they run the government, alright. The elites are wealthy people with agendas that do not serve us but only serve them. They want to keep control of everything so that they stay wealthy, influential, and extremely powerful. Now, what they have done is, again, they run the government, but they also run the food industry. Okay, and they work alongside the government to induce our foods with hormone chemicals. Now, why would they do this, may you ask? Now, it is very simple. As a man, we need testosterone, right? We need testosterone to have a manly essence about us, this drive, this power, right? Now, there is a war on testosterone that the government and the elites are trying to, or that have already implemented this, right? And with red meats especially, they pack these foods with chemicals, these hormone chemicals, right? Now, a lot of your foods are cram-packed with these hormone chemicals, but your red meats especially, because there is a stigma of you are a man if you eat meat. Red meat, you look like a caveman. You are a man. You know, that all bullshit about that. It's the stigma that has been created to then weaken these alpha males, alright? Like, you are a man if you eat meat. Obviously that drives men to intake this meat. But this meat, again, is filled with hormone-inducing chemicals, not testosterone chemicals, right? Now, obviously, this is so that, you know, these people on top keep power, because we, as alpha males, do not have the drive or the power or the get up and go to go against the system, to go against what we've been taught, to go against anything that they've put out there. We are just these sissies, right? It's like it's gone from soldiers to sissies. If you speak to someone who fought in World War II or that has fought in any war, they will sit there and say it is like the generation has just fallen off, right? Like it's just, they see the men and it's like they've turned into girls. They'll say it themselves. If you go and talk to any soldier, they will say themselves that it is like society has been weakened down to a feminine state. Now, again, this links back to the meats. Now, they put it in everything else, but you need to think to the meats because, again, the stigma that's been created of you are only a man if you eat meats. And, you know, everyone looks to vegetarians as, you know, they're the beta males, they're the gay ones. You know, again, this is just society talking, not me. I personally love vegetables. I cannot get enough of vegetables. But this is again why, you know, the stigma of vegetables as this bland, boring food has been created as well, so that we stay away from, you know, what we should be intaking, to then go to what they want us to intake, meat, so that they can then pump it full of shit and then, you know, keep us suppressed, keep us controlled. And so we need to get away from that and become our true selves. As men, we need testosterone to have a balance in our bodies, to keep healthy. This is why I'm posting it on the healthcare channel and not the Truth Seekers channel, because it's for our own health. Now, linking back to this gungy shit that leaks out of, or that they put into these meats, right? You need to think what that's actually doing to our bodies, right? It's creating mucus. Now, mucus is the root of all disease. All disease. If you look to the stem of all disease, it's mucus, because mucus, if the mucous membrane is compromised, that is where the disease will happen, right? And mucus, if you have too much mucus in your body, right, this another stigma that they've created so they keep control, is that mucus actually stops, diseases coming in, but it carries disease, right? Like, you can't try to tell me that it's not just a bed of bacteria, because it is, right? And then it also stops you breathing fully. Now, why you don't want this is because when you are breathing fully, you are oxygenating your blood cells so that they then regenerate. Now, your blood cells, if they drop below 35% oxygen, they will deform, and anything can happen after deformity, because it's deformed to something that it shouldn't, right? So you are at risk of becoming cancerous. This is why you've seen on the news, red meat causes cancer. It's because it literally does. And not just because of that, but because with some foods, now this isn't all meats, but it is a large majority of meats, the lowest priced meats are filled with chemicals, or the most chemicals, sorry, right? Now, this is why you see the massive price difference, but they're the same product, right? Same with different stores, right? Like, same product, but it's different qualities of shit. You get what you pay for. Now, with these lower end meats, what you are actually getting is you are intaking, again, it's controlled by these high ranking people, and the people who run the government, the World Health Organization, who have come out openly that they are against overpopulation and that are against the world becoming too overcrowded because there is limited resources. Now, linking back to what I was saying about what they do with the low end foods, is they pump it full of cancer causing chemicals and all these chemicals that cause disease, right? And this is extremely important because you do not want to be intaking these cancer causing chemicals, right? Like, you are literally intaking poison, nothing else, poison. It's like if you was to be asked, would you eat pure poison, you'd go no. But then if someone was to present a lovely steak to you, you'd go, oh yeah, I'd eat that. But there is no difference. There is no difference between the two. You are eating poison when you are eating meats. There is no two ways about it. It's poison. Alright? So you need to step back from that and go, well, I shouldn't be eating that. What should I be eating? I'm gonna make a video on that. But sticking to meats, because this is what this video is about. If you have to eat meats, please only stick to fish. fish is a healthy source of nutrients at some level, right? Like it's good for us. Now it isn't all the way good, but it's good for us. But with meats, right, with red meats, you get a vitamin called B12. Now, at regular, we already have a deficiency of vitamin B12. Now, vitamin B12 helps to help the brain function at full capacity, right? Like, even if you eat absolutely tons of red meat, you are still at a deficiency of B12 because, you know, you are not intaking the correct amounts of B12. There is only limited amounts in red meat. So, it's extremely important that when you cut all meats out of your life, especially red meat, you then buy B12 and start taking that on the regular, because it enhances your brain so that we are sharper, we pick up on things instantly, right? Like, it's like your brain becomes a supercomputer just because you've been eating B12s. And it's something that you'll feel, well, not at first, but when you get further down the line, and you might take a break from eating B12s because you've forgotten, as per se, and then you get back on B12, you start scrolling loads of B12, you start to realise, whoa, I can see things differently. Like, it's like, all these memes of loads of equations just in your vision, and it's like, whoa, you see, it's like you see everything. It's because you do. B12, please intake this B12. Now, I'm going to start up my own website, and I'm going to start up an Amazon account. Well, I already have, but it's yet to be finalised. But I haven't got B12 on that yet, but please, I'm going to have B12 on that, right? But you don't have to buy it from me, but please, buy B12. Does not matter where you get it from, it does not matter. You just need to intake B12. You need B12. Like, it's just part of your regulatory diet. Like, you need B12. But you shouldn't be eating meats for that. Again, it's pure poison. You shouldn't be eating meats. So, yeah, just a little insight on what the food industry is actually doing with your meats. And it's disgusting. We shouldn't have got to this stage in society where all food's poison, but here we are. This is why I'm creating this channel, to help provide correct information on what we should be eating and taking, and truly, keeping to a healthy life. We should not be eating all this shit, But yeah, with that, guys, I hope this video helped. If it did, then please like, subscribe and share, as every single little thing you do, whether it's a like, subscribe or a share, you are helping the word get out, and you are helping to create a better society. Alright, you are helping to remove this poison-based society. It's like, imagine this, right? Just imagine this. Alright, final point. But imagine if a child grows up, alright, and everyone else is eating a regular diet. But this child grows up, and it is told that eating Play-Doh is the correct thing to do. This child then starts eating loads of Play-Doh, right? Now, at first it doesn't feel anything, You know, I don't feel any difference. And it, you know, over time, over gradual time, it starts to feel that difference, but I don't realise that it's because of Play-Doh, that it's because of that. Then everyone else starts looking at this kid and going, oh, maybe I should be eating Play-Doh. Everyone starts eating Play-Doh. Then, even the people making Play-Doh and selling the Play-Doh for profit start eating Play-Doh because they see it's just the new normal. In a society where we are all eating Play-Doh, should we not step back and go, well, hold on, this is not normal, this is not right. We need to introduce what we should be doing. So yeah, make sure that you share this video. Make sure that you show it some love, right? But yeah, with that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I'm out.